Hey, good evening, everybody. How y'all doing? So I have a request on how to get these speed controllers to operate in reverse. So I'm going to do my best to do a tutorial on how that is actually done. I've never personally done it myself because I never felt the need to have a reverse, particularly with something like the Aero Scout with the EDF and stuff like that. I just don't really see the need in it. If you're landing on paved surfaces that are limited in length, I can understand the need. So let's see what we can do about doing that for you. So this particular speed controller we're going to be working on is this one right here from Amazon. It's the 50 amp 2 to 4 cell brushless motor ESC. Okay, this one you find on Amazon. Okay, and here are the instructions for it, and what we're going to be looking for is the S what is it called, the the SMR, which is the switching motor rotation function. Okay, now the speed controller is already mounted in the airplane. It's right up underneath here. Okay, and the power wire is this one here, and if you notice, the signal wire has 4 wires on it. Your black is your ground, the red is your power, and the white is your signal wire. Okay, that plugs into your 3 ports on your receiver. But it's this yellow wire right here, and this is the wire that gives us, it'll be this extra little wire right here. Okay, this extra wire right here. Okay, it's all part of the speed controller, and this wire is what plugs into a spare channel on your receiver. Okay, so it will plug in, being that this is a Spektrum receiver, bear with me, it will plug into, I'll probably end up plugging it into channel 6. I'm not 100% sure which port it plugs into, but I'm going to probably plug it into the signal wire, which will be the, based upon all of these, which will be the most forward. Come on, get up here. I need, club hands don't really work well. There we go. Come on, baby. So I'm going to plug that into channel 6. All the way forward right there. I believe I got it. Yeah. Okay. So that wire is in a spare channel. To run reverse, you have to have a spare channel. Okay, guys? Okay. Hold on. Okay, so now what we need to do is we will have to turn the SMR function to on. It's defaulted to off, but we're going to have to turn that to on. And if you look up here in our values, SMR is your first beep when you have your throttle stick all the way forward. There's a certain sequence that you have to go into. You first have to, like it says here, you have to enter the programming, then select the parameter, select the value, and then you exit the program. Okay? You can also do it with a card, a programming box, which makes it much easier. I don't have one of those, so we'll do it manually with the transmitter. Okay? All right, so what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to go through this first, make sure I get it down, and then I'll come back and I'll show you guys how to do it. All right, so on your particular transmitter, yours might vary, but this is a Spektrum NX series, and in this particular transmitter, what we'll do is we We will go into our setup screen. We'll go all the way down here to where it says setup. And we're going to select yes on that. And then we're going to go all the way down here to where it says channel assign. And on this particular radio, what I did is I have a 2-position switch right here, which is my A switch. And on channel 6, as you can see, my auxiliary channel 6, I changed that. You can scroll all the way down, and I can change that to pretty much whatever I want. But we're going to leave it on A, and we're going to exit out of that. Okay. So that's what we need to do there. Now, on the speed controller, this particular speed controller, we have to go through a series of beeps to get it into the SMR mode. Okay, and what we do there is we move your throttle stick to high, plug your battery in, and you'll listen for a series of tones, okay? And it's the tones is what we're looking for. So we're going to listen for the first beep. We will pull down the throttle stick. Then it will give us another beep, or the double beep, and then we'll slide this back up, and then we'll wait for the double beep, is because what I'm looking for, the 2 short beeps. Okay, and then we'll pull the throttle back down again. That's when you'll hear a confirmation beep, and then you can go and unplug your battery, and that's how you get out of the sequence. Instructions vary slightly, but most of your aftermarket ESCs are pretty much the same. Spectrum's a little bit different because you can program, if it's the smart receive ESC, you can do it right through your radio and have reverse thrust right through your radio, and you don't have to do all this. Okay, so that's what we ended up doing. The wire is in the very first port. That will be your signal port, much like where all your other wires are. I don't know if I can get in there properly. Yeah, there you go. So it will be ground, power, and then signal. Okay. And once we go through all of that, let me set you right there. Don't go anywhere. We're going to plug you in. All right. Should be good.
Throttle cut on. Throttle cut off.
Okay, sorry about that. I inadvertently pulled out my motor wires. That's why nothing was working. So, plugged them back in and made sure the proper order was there. So now, with everything plugged in, we selected the proper channel, the proper switch. We went through the beeps and all that kind of good stuff. So what we have now is we have forward, flip the switch, now we have backwards. There we go. I will put a link to another guy that also explains this very, very well, and probably a lot better than I do. Okay, so thanks for watching. Hope this helps. And it's really not that simple. Excuse me. It's really not that hard. It's just following the beeps on your instruction sheet. Okay. Talk to you guys a little bit. Bye.